So, good morning mga ating. So, good morning po. Naririnig na po ba ako?
Yes po.
So, sorry na sa technical problem lang. So, mag-start na ako ngayon. So, last time is, di ba, ini-start na natin yung pagdi-discuss ng about sa financial statements na about doon sa cash flow at saka doon sa changes in equity. Ngayon naman, i-discuss natin yung statement of financial position at saka yung statement of comprehensive income. Financial statements muna tayo. So, financial statements are the structured representation of an entity's financial position and results of its operation. Dito mo makikita or pinoprovide ng financial statement about yun sa mga assets, liabilities, equity, income, expenses, contributions by, and contributions to owners and cash flows. Statement of financial position. The statement of financial position is also known as a balance sheet that represents assets, liabilities, and equity of a business at a point in time. Assets includes cash, property, plant, or equipment, or anything the business owns. Liabilities are what business owes to outside parties. Example are the suppliers, bank, or business loans. While equity is the remaining portion of an owner's financial interest in the business after deducting any liabilities from the total assets in the business. So yung accounting equation natin parati dyan is asset is equal to liabilities plus equities. Lagi nating tandaan na dapat is equal siya palate. Kasi kung hindi siya equal, meaning meron ka sigurong nagkamali ng pag-encode or pag-compute or paglalagay mo ng mga items or line accounts. So the statement of financial position may be presented as classified kung saan yung current and non-current ng assets at liabilities ay magkahiwalay na ipinapakita. Samantalang yung unclassified naman ay pinagsama niya na lahat. Di na dinistinguish ang current or non-current asset and liabilities. Ito naman, makikita natin is yung mga report form at saka account form. The account form balance sheet is a financial statement format where the assets are reported on the left side and liabilities and equity are reported on the right side. Ito po yung una, Ito po yung tinatawag na account form. Ito naman po yung report form. The report form balance sheet is a balance sheet that represents asset, liability, and equity accounts in a vertical format. So, mag-ano tayo ng computation about dun sa balance sheet. Ito yung given na trial balance of ACO as of December 31 is shown below. So, ang gagawin muna natin dito is, i-distinguish muna natin yung mga notes natin para syempre, mas madali nating makuha yung statement of financial position. Ang una nating kukunin is yun, cash and cash equivalent. So, ano po ang mga included dito sa cash and cash equivalent? So, ako na lang magsasagot. Yung cash and cash equivalent is kasama dun yung cash on hand and cash in bank. So, copy-paste na lang natin para mas madali. And, tapos, ikukunin na lang natin yung sum. So yan, 1,100 ang ating cash equivalents. Next naman na kukunin natin is yung trade and other receivables. Ano ang mga kasama dito? Ito yung mga accounts receivable, allowance for doubtful accounts, allowance to employees, and advances to suppliers. Ito yung mga yon. Katulad doon sa cash and cash equivalent, isasum lang natin ito. Pero dahil nagkaroon siya ng allowance for doubtful accounts, magiging negative siya, ma-minus siya doon sa ibang mga accounts. Next naman is, wait lang, sama ko na ito dito ay para...
Jimro,
Yes.
excuse me, yung PowerPoint mo, na-stuck pa din siya sa income statement. Hindi nila nakikita yung
Sorry,
yung explain mo.
Kaya pa. Ayan na, okay na?
Ina-ex mo na lang yan, okay. Okay na po.
Thank you. Pasensya na. So ulit natin, ulit. So, dito yung mga, sabi ko nga, yung cash and cash equivalent, ang kasama doon is yung cash on hand at saka cash in bank. Tapos, isasum lang natin siya. Tapos, next is yung trade and other receivables. Ang mga included dyan is yung mga accounts receivable, allowance for doubtful accounts, advances to suppliers, and advances to employees. Dito yon. Dahil ngayon, allowance for doubtful accounts is dapat i-minus talaga. So, ni-negative siya. Tapos, copy-paste. Swap na lang natin. Tapos, next is yung inventories. Meron ba dito na may lalagay natin sa notes na inventories? Saan yung inventories? Ayun. Yun yung inventories, 200,000. Yung inventories, 200,000. Copy-paste na lang. Dahil mag-isa lang si inventories, hindi na natin siya gagawa ng notes. Yes. Next is, kukunin na natin yung total current assets. So what is the total current assets? Equals sum $3,070,000. Next naman is, kukunin na natin yung biological asset. Ano ba ang biological asset natin? Mga ading, alam niyo po ba yung mga biological asset? Mula dito, sabihin niyo sa akin kung which one ang biological asset dyan. So, ang biological na asset natin is yung dairy cattle used to produce milk, which is 1,200,000. Next naman is yung investment property. Hello, andyan po ba kayo?
Opo.
Okay. Next naman is yung mga investment property. So, mga ading, which one yung investment property dito? Is land held for long-term capital appreciation and investment property or not?
Investment.
Okay, thank you. Tapos, yung property, plant, and equipment naman. So, kukuha naman tayo ng notes na naman kasi marami yun dito eh. So, which one dito yung mga property, plant, and equipment na included? Ano siya? Tatlo ang property, plant, and equipment na included sa notes. So, who can say me which one ang mga kasama doon sa property, plant, and equipment? So, ako na ulit. So, property, plant, and equipment, kasama doon is yung land, building, at saka syempre yung accumulated depreciation na related doon naman sa building. Property, plant, and equipment. Tapos, ito ay so, sabihin niyo sa akin, guys, kung kung hindi niyo nagigets or medyo magulo. Tapos, next naman is yung intangible asset. Yun ay. Ang intangible asset naman is yung mga patent, accumulated amortization, patent website, patent accumulated, tsaka ito ay dito na yata. Wait. Ulit ko nga. Baka nagkamali. Ayan. Tapos, iano ko na lang iano ko na lang yung mga naka-ready na. Kasi, ano na yung time? So, next is yung other non-current assets. Advances to officers and advances to affiliates. Ito yon. Tapos, yung trade and other payables is yung accounts payable, interest payable, tsaka deposit liability for returnable containers, which is short-term siya. Nandito rin yun, given na siya eh. Kukunin na lang, parang copy-paste na ganon. Tapos, next is yung loans payable. Yung loan payable tsaka discount on loan payable. Next is yung defined benefit liabilities, which is included yung present value of defined benefit obligation, at saka fair value of planned assets. Andito na rin. At yung retained earnings is retained earnings, andito, which is to I. At saka yung reserve for contingencies. So kapag nakuha mo na lahat ng notes payable, ilalagay na lang natin siya dito. Siyempre, hindi natin dapat kalimutan yung mga iba na nandito pa sa given na hindi naman nakalagay sa mga notes. Meron yung mga ganun eh. Next is yung property, plant, and equipment. Yung intangible asset. Ay, bakit ganun? Property, plant, and equipment is 4,400,000. Yung intangible asset naman is 560,000. Yung other non-current asset, is 500,000. Tapos, total niya, so equal sa lahat ng total ng non-current asset. Yan. Tapos yung total assets naman equal sum total current plus yung total non-current. Next is yung sa liabilities naman natin. Trade and other payables. $920,000. Yung loans payable, ito ay is 17. 1,760,000. Yung net, yung provisions for probable loss, yun sa susunod is net defined na. Ibig sabihin, hindi siya naka-notes, hanapin natin dito. Ano yun? Notes for probable loss, 430,000. Tapos yung sum niya ulit, net defined na sum is 1,700,000. Tapos non-total non-current, ito lang din yun. Kasi mag-isa siya. Tapos total liabilities is equal sa ito ay si total current liabilities plus total non-current liabilities. And yung equities, ordinary share. So, ito yon. Tapos yung mga equity, inilagay ko na. Andyan yun si ordinary share, yung share premium na 970, yung retained earnings, which is 1,220,000, other components na 30, at treasury shares na 100,000, which is minus mo ito. Tapos, kukunin na natin yung sum equals sum. Wait lang. May nagkamali. So, dito taas assets. Wait lang, hindi siya nag-equal. Tong other non-current assets is 800 siya. Okay lang. Other non-current assets. Hindi siya nag-plus. Equals sum. So, 800,000 yung other non-current assets. O, diba? Sabi ko sa inyo, check nyo para malaman kung nagkamali yung amount. Ito is si total assets. Si total assets ng 10,930,000 is equal to the total liabilities and equities, 10,930,000. Next naman is dumapot tayo sa doon sa income statement. Income statement is one of the company's core financial statement that shows their profit and loss over a period of time. The profit or loss is determined by taking all revenues and subtracting all expenses from both operating and non-operating activities. Ito naman yung example ng nature of expense method ng statement of comprehensive income, at ito naman is yung function of expense method. Tapos ito yung example ng isang statement of comprehensive income. So, magsagot tayo. Wait lang. That is new share. So, given dito, so ganun ulit, parang balance sheet lang kasi yung yung statement of comprehensive income. Kailangan niya rin ng mga notes kasi kailangan para kapag hindi kasi binigay yung mga cost of goods sold, yun ang kakailangan natin. So, yung cost of goods sold, so dahil binigay na sa atin yung sales, i-calculate na lang natin, which is 18,200,000. Tapos, yung cost of goods sold natin, hanapin natin kung meron. Di ba? Wala. So, kapag wala, gagamitin natin yung computation. Pero bago tayo mag-compute, idan muna natin mga additional informations. So, sabi dito, cost of inventory on hand at year-end is 380,000. Next is, 1/2 of the rented premises pertains to the administration office. 3/4 of the depreciation pertains to depreciation of sales personnel to transportation, sales personnel, transportation vehicle. Income tax rate is 30%. There are no temporary differences, and the items of other comprehensive income are already net of tax. So, cost of goods sold is computed by computing the beginning inventory, plus purchases, purchases returns, tsaka plus yung freight in. Ito is, meron to. Wala. 250,000. Tapos yung freight in, which is 350,000 din. Tapos, makukuha natin dyan, pagkatapos yan, is yung total goods available for sale. Meron na akong ni-ready na parang reading computation na dito tayo. Ayun, explain ko na lang. So, yon total goods available for sale which is 9 million. Tapos, iaano mo yung ending inventory mo minus mo. Saan mo nakuha yung ending inventory? Yung ending inventory ay makikita natin sa additional information which is the cost of inventory on hand at year-end is 380,000. Liles mo yun para makuha mo yung cost of goods sold. Ayun, 8,620,000. Next is yun, gross profit. Yung gross profit is minus mo na. Sales less cost of goods sold is equal to gross profit. Next, yung distribution cost. Yung distribution cost naman ay makukuha natin ulit dito, which is spread out 945,000, sales commission 410, and marketing expense which is 310, plus yung salaries of sales personnel which is 700,000, at yung rent expense and depreciation expense na 520 at 740. Bakit ginawang 260,000 yung rent expense? Kasi po, dito sa additional information na 1/2 of the rented premises pertains to the administrative office. At yung depreciation expense naman po ay sinabi rin dito na 3/4 of the depreciation pertains to depreciation of sales personnel transportation vehicle. So kapag niyan mo, ita-times mo na 740,000 times 3 divided by 4, makukuha mo si 555,000. Pagkatapos, isasum mo na lang ulit siya para makuha mo yung depreciation cost. Kasi ilalagay mo ulit dito sa statement mo, which is 3,180,000. Next is yung administrative expenses. An administrative expenses is consist of salaries of administrative personnel which is 2,600,000, at saka yung natitirang rent expense, kalahati rin siya, at yung natitirang depreciation, since 3/4 ito, yung natitirang 1/4 ay mapupunta sa administrative expenses according to the additional information para makuha mo yung administrative expenses. Tapos, ilalagay mo na lang ulit dito. Administrative expenses, check. Impairment of property, plant, and equipment na 250,000. Andito push naman yon. Ayun, 250,000. Tapos, dahil nasa mga cost na tayo, mga expenses na, parati negative ang amount nito pagkatapos ng gross profit. Tapos yung finance cost naman na 320,000, yun nasa interest expenses. Which is yon, 320,000. Next is yung profit before tax. Makukuha mo ang profit before tax by subtracting gross profit to all these distribution costs, administrative expenses, impairment of PPE, finance cost, at yon. Tapos yung income tax expense naman, isang magagawa, ang kukumputin mo dyan is profit before tax times 0.3, makukuha mo ito. Okay, yun na. Profit before tax times 0.3 o yun. Kasi 30%, makukuha mo si income tax expense. Yung 30% po ay makikita rin natin dito sa additional information. Income tax rate is 30%. There are no temporary differences. So, profit for the year, less mo na si profit before tax and income tax expenses. Tapos, other comprehensive income. Items that will not be classified subsequently is consist of revaluation decrease during the period. Yung revaluation decrease during the period yon, 230,000. negative rin siya kasi nag-decrease. Tapos items that will be reclassified subsequently to profit or loss is the translation gain on foreign operation, which is 25,000. Pagkatapos, iano mo itong 230 tsaka 25,000 para makuha mo si other comprehensive income for the year net of tax, which is negative 205,000. At kapag nakuha mo na siya, para makuha mo si total comprehensive income for the year, ang gagawin mo is isum mo si profit for the year at saka si other comprehensive income for the year net of tax ni equals sum this one plus this one is equal to 1,744,500. Okay? Malinaw po ba? May question po ba kayo? Hello? May question po ba?
Wala po.
Okay, so thank you, Snap. And I'm done. So stop na. Okay, tapos na po ako.
Hello? Titinig ba ako? Hindi na naman. Hello? Hindi na naman ako marinig.
Okay, so may technical difficulties daw po si Ira. Ako na lang po yung mag-screenshot para sa atin. So kindly tanggalin na lang po yung presentation para ma-view natin by grid. Or ganito na lang. Okay, ganito na lang. Kindly open your cameras, please. So let's just wait for the others to open their cameras. So, okay, so ba hindi ata mag-open yung isa? Smell na lang. 1, 2, 3. Okay, okay na po. Thank you.